Welcome. I'm so glad you took the time to check us out. Be sure to pay careful attention to this entire message. Let's get started.
Hello, and thank you very much for joining me here today. Today I'm going to be talking about the nutritional benefits of a plant-based diet, but in a short version. There is a common misconception that a plant-based diet is not as good as a balanced diet, which involves eating meat and vegetables in combination. The truth is quite the opposite. A plant-based diet is much more beneficial and has higher nutritional values than a diet which includes meat and dairy products. It is undeniable that in the long run, a plant-based diet is healthier and will cause fewer problems as you age, while meat is considered a whole protein rich in all of the amino acids. This is not necessarily a healthier, better way to consume our protein. In fact, we know that consuming too many animal products leads to inflammation, high cholesterol levels, and many more health issues. Inflammation alone is a silent culprit that causes most of the modern-day diseases that cause mortality. High fat and cholesterol levels found in meat and dairy products lead to stroke and heart disease, and this in fact is the most researched aspect of nutrition. So all of the fad diets stating today that it is not the fat that is the problem, but rather the sugar that causes these diseases, this is quite misleading. Excess fat and protein from animal products, as well as excess refined sugars, are the cause behind most of these diseases. Now, meat contains many toxins leading to the formation of inflammatory compounds, including TMAO, trimethylamine and oxide, hydrocyclic amines, heme iron, and NEU5GC, endotoxins, and AGEs. These compounds inflame the body and wreak havoc in the long run. A plant-based diet is much more suitable for humans. It accrues considerably more nutritional benefits than an omnivorous diet. So let's go quickly into the reasons why going whole food plant-based is the best for you. First of all, the vitamin content. Vegetables and fruits are rich in vitamins. Cabbages, papayas are rich in vitamin A, and if you consume peas, potatoes, bananas, leafy green vegetables, oranges, tomatoes, lemons, legumes, and spinach, with a few nuts, then you'll get all of the essential vitamins that you need to get from your diet. There are so many vegetables and fruits to choose from, and the wider the variety of plant-based foods in your diet, the easier it is for you to reach all of your vitamin needs for your body. But what about protein? Well, don't panic. You'll get all of the protein you need from plant-based foods as well. You do not need to eat meat to meet your protein requirements. The need for meat is a definite misconception that has been paraded around for decades. Plants contain plenty of protein. You just need to know what to eat. Now, nut butters, hemp seeds, edamame, tofu, chia seeds, quinoa, almonds, pumpkin seeds, lentils, chickpeas. There are so many foods. Beans and broccoli are extremely rich in protein. Now, 56 grams of protein is required by the average male to meet their daily requirements, and 46 grams per day to meet an average woman's daily requirements. Now, 1 cup of lentils has about 17 grams of protein, and 1 cup of peas has 8.5 grams of protein, and 1 cup of soya beans has almost 30 grams of protein. So as you can see, it is quite easy to meet your protein requirements for the day with plant-based foods alone. And this is not including the protein that comes from vegetables. Also, this diet is rich in minerals. People often worry that they won't get enough iron or other minerals without eating meat. Once again, this is unfounded worry. Want potassium and magnesium? Eat potatoes, tomatoes, bananas, yellow peppers, and eggplants. You want iron? Lentils, nuts, kale, Swiss chard, collard greens, and sesame seeds and mushrooms are your answer, especially when consumed together with vitamin C rich foods. You want calcium? Just eat collard greens, spinach, kale, sesame seeds, okra. All these foods are rich in these minerals. This is just the tip of the iceberg. There are enough minerals in fruits and vegetables to keep you thriving in peak health. Now let's mention the health benefits of eating a whole food plant-based diet. Well, besides giving your body the nutrition it needs, a plant-based diet will reduce inflammation in your body, reverse obesity, reduce cholesterol levels, prevent strokes, migraines, dementia, diabetes, and most of the other health diseases that are the common day causes of mortality. A plant-based diet will help your blood supply your tissues with the nutrients they need more readily than a diet rich in animal products, because of the effect it has on the consistency and the thickness of your blood. Your hormones will be under control, and so will insulin sensitivity. It will be more controlled. And the fiber in vegetables will promote better digestion, and your skin will have a healthy glow. A plant-based diet has all the nutritional requirements your body needs. What matters is that you get a wide variety of plant-based foods in your diet so that your body gets all of the protein, vitamins, minerals, fatty acids, and other nutrients it needs to thrive. And this is very easy to do. You have plenty of options in any local supermarket or farmer's market. Now you'll also get your healthy fats from nuts and seeds, which you eat, or you can consume avocados and olives. There is a plant-based alternative for every single macro and micronutrient you need. Although for people emphasizing washing their foods well to get them clean, I would recommend consuming a vitamin B12 supplement when going completely vegan, whole food, plant-based, as this is important for keeping the body's nerve and blood cells healthy and helps make your body's DNA, the genetic material in all our cells. Bacteria produce vitamin B12 in nature, so washing your foods will remove much of this vitamin if your food has soil on it, especially in organic foods. So if you wash them, the bacteria will be removed. In fact, some bacteria also produce vitamin B12 in our gut flora in humans and other animals, but humans cannot absorb this vitamins from our gut since it is produced in the colon, which comes after the small intestine, where the absorption of most of our nutrients occurs.
Many people choose specific diets for a multitude of reasons. Some are emotional, some are spiritual, some are health-related, some are ethical, and some are a combination of some of those or all of those. But these are my reasons for choosing a plant-based diet and why it has been so good for me. Why, after 5.5 years, am I still on a vegan diet? Well, many reasons, and one of the primary reasons is its effectiveness. I mean, when you've done something for a number of years, you really start to see the proof of its effectiveness and what it's doing in your life. So for me personally, I've had incredible results on a plant-based diet. My cholesterol went way down. It's like 145, and I have high cholesterol in my family. I used to have like 230. It was something like 215, 230 before I went on a plant-based diet. And one of the original symptoms that disappeared when I went on a plant-based diet was achy joints. So my joints, my shoulders, my elbows, my knees, my low back, I had all this body pain everywhere and this internal body heat that was really bothering me, and that went away and stayed away. My recovery time in the gym is really fast. So I train really hard, and within a couple of days, I don't really feel the soreness or the aches of the body parts that I worked out. So the recovery is amazing. I mean, I'm a 48-year-old husband and father of 3 boys. I can't be walking around the house, oh, my body hurts and my back hurts and I'm aching and in pain. The plant-based diet and the way that I specifically eat has really reduced on a dramatic level my inflammatory response, which has been fantastic. And another reason is that my kids are really healthy. I mean, they rarely ever get sick, and if they do, they bounce back really quick. So their immune system is really strong. And that's a great thing to see. I mean, no parent likes to see their child sick on a regular basis. Before they went on a plant-based diet, they were sick on a regular basis. I mean, every 2 weeks, every 3 weeks, at least once a month they were missing school. So for us now, when they get sick, we're like, what? What's going on here? So that's been amazing. My wife is really healthy. She's strong. She had an incredible pregnancy. She just gave birth, so we're really blessed right now with a new addition to our family. So the baby's strong and healthy, my wife is strong and healthy, and she's recovering really quickly. So it's really interesting because people will bash on a plant-based diet because of immune response, because of difficulty in gaining or maintaining body weight, and malnutrition and things like that. See, this is the thing. My last video, I was talking about health issues that I have, and I have these incredible sugar sensitivities that I haven't been able to figure out the root cause of yet. But every time I take a test, I just did a SIBO test, I just did extensive blood tests before that, everything is showing up perfectly. And my diet is not like 1,200 different kinds of foods every day. I mean, I do eat as much variety as I possibly can, but my diet is pretty restricted with my sugar sensitivities because I can't have fruit right now, or sugars or sweeteners. So that really limits me to specific kinds of foods. But as I look through my family and I look at my parents, for instance, who have also been on a plant-based diet for about 4 years, my father's off of medication. He went off of medication, cholesterol reducing medication and high blood pressure medication at age 70. And he will not leave the plant-based diet because he tried for 30 years on a standard diet with medication and it would not reduce his cholesterol. And his cholesterol is now, I think, slightly below mine. So it's pretty awesome. So I've been able to stay lean and stay muscular over the course of this entire time. I mean, I've competed in 2 natural bodybuilding shows. Like I said, I am almost 50, so I've been able to maintain a low body fat, and I have been able to maintain my muscle mass. I've also been able to grow. As long as I'm eating in a calorie surplus, I can bulk. So it's not necessarily the kind of protein that you're getting, whether it's animal protein or plant protein. I just need to make sure that I'm getting enough calories, a wide variety of foods, because sometimes I actually eat maybe 80 grams of protein a day. Sometimes it gets up to 100. It depends on if I take like maybe a protein powder or something like that. But I haven't really found myself losing muscle mass. So I've been able to stay lean. I've been able to maintain or gain muscle. So as I look through the proof, don't worry about the sensitivities. I'm going to talk about that in a second. But as I look at the proof throughout my life, my parents' life, my kids' life, my wife's life, and the people that I've helped online, it's really obvious that the plant-based diet is beneficial and it's very helpful. And another one of the reasons why I love the plant-based diet is simply because I enjoy eating this way. I love the flavors, the tastes, the textures of all the different kinds of plant foods. I really feel like I lack for nothing with regards to nutrition. I do take a vitamin D supplement, and I'll be sharing that with you in another video in the future, which one I take and why it's so great. And I do occasionally take a men's multi. I believe that that's fine, and I believe that it just helps me cover my bases because I'm not always eating a wide variety of foods. I usually do, but sometimes I don't, and my life is high stress. There's a lot going on. I'm busy, I'm active, and so I like to kind of just cover my bases with a multi, and that's just me. I feel incredible. My stomach is, I don't feel bloated. It feels clean, you know, like I'm empty on the inside unless I've just eaten a meal. So I don't have that post-meal crash. Anyway, the reasons are so extensive, but I don't want to make this into a 20-minute video, so I'm just going to continue on to the next point. So the food sensitivities. I do have sugar intolerance, and I don't exactly know what the root cause is. I just know that if I have sugar, a sweetener, fruit, and some starchy vegetables, I get headaches and I get irritable. And that bugs me because it prevents me from really functioning well within my family and at work. So I just simply remove those things. Now, because I have sensitivities, that doesn't mean I trash the whole diet. It doesn't mean I take the whole diet and throw it out because I have a sensitivity to a specific kind of food. I like to interview Dr. Greger. He's been on my channel a few times. You can look through my playlist and see videos from him. He often mentions how if there's a specific food that you're sensitive to, soy, gluten, whatever it is, just don't eat it. It's not an essential food for a plant-based diet. It's not essential for health that you have wheat gluten. It's not essential for health that you have soy. So I personally don't have sensitivity to those things, but if you do, just don't eat them. I mean, I like to recommend that you don't copy exactly what somebody else is doing online. So if you look at someone and you see a vegan YouTuber or a plant-based YouTuber showing you how they eat, if you have specific sensitivities to the foods that they're eating, just don't eat them. It's pretty logical. So while I'm getting these sensitivities checked out, I simply don't eat the foods that I have reactions to, and then I feel great.